Hey, what is up, YouTube viewers and betanews.com readers? Brian Fagioli is here with another unboxing video. Today, taking a look at an enclosure. This is the Inateck FE2006. It is a USB 3.0, 2.5-inch portable hard disk drive enclosure. Let's see. So it's a super speed 5 gigabits per second. It's 130 by 82 by 14 millimeter. It weighs 60 grams, and it's supported. It'll work with Windows XP, Vista 7, 8, 8.1, and Mac OS. Of course, since it's a standard USB enclosure, it will also work with Linux and Chrome OS, which is also Linux. It'll work there as well, even though support is not listed on the box. So let's take a look here at the box. It comes shipped in this little brown box. Unfortunately, I had my knife all ready to do an unboxing, and there's nothing to cut open. So maybe I'll just use it to pry a little bit. Let's see. So if we open this up here, we have a nice little enclosure. Let's see what else we have inside. We have a USB 3.0, micro USB 3.0 cable, and a adhesive piece of, foam. So there's an adhesive piece of foam, a USB 3.0 micro USB cable, and that's it. Besides that, the box is empty. So we're going to go ahead and toss that box. Okay, now if that's on the ground, we're going to take the enclosure out of the plastic bag. Let's see, how is this sealed? It's sealed with a piece of tape, a piece of Scotch tape on the top. You know what, let's use the knife. We have it out, let's use the knife. Tear into that bad boy there. Alright. And let's take a look at the enclosure. So, we have the USB 3.0 port. We have an LED here. It says active, so I'm guessing that'll blink on seeking on the drive. And a DC 5-volt plug. Now, the plug will not be needed for most systems if it is connecting directly to a strong enough port. It should be self-powered right off of the USB 3.0 port. But if you have an older system, or if you're working off of an unpowered hub, you might need to plug this in. It does not come with the power adapter. And unfortunately, Radio Shack, is basically closing down. That'd be a good place to go to get, a cable like this. But you probably won't need it. Most systems should be fine. It's made of plastic. It's very light. It feels almost like it's just an empty piece of plastic. There's no instructions on how to open it, but as you see here, there is an arrow. So I'm going to assume I'm just going to push down and... Oh, there we go. We're going to slide that off. Now, it's important to remember, it says on the box that it's for a hard disk drive, but it will work with a solid-state drive as well. So if you have like a 500 gig SSD that you want to use for your storage, this should be a great solution for that as well, as I believe it supports UASP, which should offer better speed off of a USB 3.0 port if your system is compatible. Otherwise, it's a little expensive to get a large SSD. So today I'm going to put in there a Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte hard disk drive. It is, I believe, 5400 RPM. Yep, it's a 5400 RPM. Nothing fancy about this drive. It's just a standard drive I had laying around. But I did want to repurpose it since I'm not using it. This was in a laptop, and instead I put an SSD in the laptop. So now I have this leftover hard drive. I don't want it to go to waste. I don't want to throw it in the garbage. This enclosure will now turn it into a portable 1 terabyte hard drive. So as you see here, we have the power connector and the data connector here. Big is the power, small is the data connection. And you can see here it's large and small. And it's just going to line up that way. It should just very easily plug in. Bam. So now it's plugged in. Now, it came with this adhesive. Did I lose it already? No, here it goes. It came with this sticker. It's an adhesive pad. Now, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't come with instructions. So I'm going to make an assumption here that, if I can get this off, If I can get it off, the sticker should stick to the drive. You know what? I am not the most nimble of guys, so let's see if I can get this. Otherwise, let's see. Sorry, guys. Anyway, you would take this paper off, this adhesive, and it's basically a sticker. And the last attempt here before I give up. All right, so it would stick on here like so, and that should kind of hold it in a little bit better. These drives come in different heights, so you don't want any movement in there. With an SSD, a little movement's probably not the worst thing in the world, but with a mechanical drive like this, we don't want any movement. So I'm just going to shove that in there without even using the adhesive. I'm just going to snap this on. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so it slides in like that. You can see it fits in. It slides up. And then I'm just going to shove this. I'm going to shove this in here. It's going to move when I move it, so just move it in a little bit. I'll actually, another use for my knife, I'm going to stick the pad in if I can. I'm going to stick that down in there. So when I move this up, it'll move with it. Bam. Very cool. So now this is snapped closed. Now, you might also be wondering, how do you keep this closed? Now, there's no screws. That's kind of the beauty of this particular drive. It is entirely toolless. Toolless, so T-O-O-L-E-S-S, so toolless. You don't need any tools. You don't need a screwdriver. So if you wanted to swap drives easily, this is a good solution for that. So let me just go ahead and take a look at this here. And I'm just going to plug this in. So let's say you plug that in there, and then this end, the blue end, will go into your computer. And I like that it's self-powered. I like that it's small. Some drives can be a little bit bulky. This is not, it's not a rugged enclosure by any means. This is probably more for keeping on a desk. With that said, though, I wouldn't see any problem with putting it into like a backpack or something. It's not how should I say it? It's not cheap feeling by any means. It's just not durable. It's not one of those rugged type enclosures that, they have commercials for, where you're going to like throw it against a wall or go surfing with it or something. This is basically just a piece of plastic holding a drive connected to a USB connector there. So I mean, that's pretty much it. It's mindless, and that's the beauty of it. This is on here really good. You can see I have to kind of push it to get it out, but otherwise it snaps in good. It's solid. This isn't something that's going to kind of always fall off. It's a nice solution. I like it. So once again, this is the Inateck FE2006. It is a USB 3.0 2.5-inch hard drive enclosure. It'll also work for a solid-state drive, of course. And it does support UASP, which is something you want to look for when buying an enclosure, because that'll give you better performance over USB 3.0. But again, that only matters if your system supports it. Either way, the price difference isn't much, so you should look for a UASP drive when UASP enclosure when buying one. So once again, Brian Fagioli with Beta News with a new unboxing for you, and we will be reviewing this at Beta News. There's not much to review, but I will test this connected to my desktop, to my laptop. I'll move some files onto it. I'll see how fast it is, and I'll share that with you. So thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe. But either way, if you subscribe or not, doesn't matter. I'm happy either way. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.